Here are the most recent deaths in the national news, as reported at Legacy.com the third week of April 2023. Legacy.com is where you can find any obituary or publish an obituary in any newspaper in America and beyond. Musician Mark Sheehan died April 14, 2023, after a short illness at the age of 46. He was a guitarist who co-founded the Irish rock band The Script. Sheehan is being remembered for hit songs including Break Even and Hall of Fame. Football player Chris Smith died April 17, 2023, at the age of 31. His cause of death has not been officially announced as of this recording. He was a defensive end for NFL teams including the Jacksonville Jaguars, Cleveland Browns, and Cincinnati Bengals. Smith is also being remembered for his college football career at the University of Arkansas. Scientist Theodore O Deaner died March 28, 2023, at his home in Beltsville, Maryland, at the age of 102. His cause of death has not been officially announced as of this recording. He discovered a tiny infectious disease agent, which he named the viroid. The importance of his achievement was compared to the discoveries of bacteria and viruses. Diener is being remembered as a pioneer who was honored with the National Medal of Science. Musician Ahmed Jamal died April 16, 2023, at his home in Ashley Falls, Massachusetts. He died of complications from prostate cancer at the age of 92. He was an innovative jazz pianist and bandleader whose unforgettable songs included Poinciana and Ahmad's Blues. Jamal is being remembered for his minimalist playing style, which influenced musicians including Miles Davis. Actor Murray Melvin died April 14, 2023, in London. He died of complications from a fall at the age of 90. He was known for movies including A Taste of Honey, Barry Lyndon, and The Phantom of the Opera. Melvin is also being remembered for his role in the Doctor Who spin-off series Torchwood. Musician Cliff Fish died April 14, 2023, of cancer at the age of 73. He was the bassist for Paper Lace, who had a #1 hit in 1974 with The Night Chicago Died. Fish is also being remembered for songs including Billy Don't Be a Hero and The Black Eyed Boys. Actress Carol Locatell died April 11, 2023, after fighting cancer at the age of 82. She stole the show in Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, in her role as Ethel Hubbard. Locatell is also being remembered for roles in TV shows including MASH and Scandal. Reverend Charles Stanley died April 18, 2023, at his home in Atlanta at the age of 90. His cause of death has not been officially announced as of this recording. He hosted the radio and TV program In Touch with Dr. Charles Stanley, which was heard around the world for decades. Stanley is being remembered as the influential senior pastor of First Baptist Church of Atlanta. Reality TV star Keith Nale died April 18, 2023, at his home in Louisiana. He died after fighting cancer at the age of 62. He competed on Survivor San Juan del Sur, and fans voted for him to return for the second chance season, Survivor Cambodia. Nale is being remembered as a fan favorite for his folksy humor. Musician Otis Redding III died April 18, 2023, at a hospital in Macon, Georgia. He died after fighting cancer at the age of 59. He was the son of the late soul legend Otis Redding, and he followed in his father's footsteps by making music alongside his brother Dexter as the funk band The Reddings. Redding is being remembered for 1980s singles including Remote Control and The Awakening, as well as for his work with charitable causes. Former U.S. Representative Bud Shuster died April 19, 2023, at his home in Everett, Pennsylvania. He died of complications from a broken hip at the age of 91. A Republican, he represented Pennsylvania's 9th District in the House for more than 25 years. Shuster is being remembered as the King of Asphalt for his dedication to transportation and infrastructure projects, including building Interstate 99. Football player Dale Wilcox died April 19, 2023, at the age of 80. His cause of death has not been officially announced as of this recording. He was a linebacker for the San Francisco 49ers in the 1960s and 70s, playing in 7 Pro Bowls. Wilcox is being remembered as a Pro Football Hall of Famer who was called the Intimidator for his aggressive style of play. Author and musician Blair Tindall died April 12, 2023 in Los Angeles. She died of heart disease at the age of 63. She wrote the memoir Mozart in the Jungle, shocking some readers with her descriptions of sex and drugs in the classical music world. Her book was adapted into a TV series for Amazon Prime. Tindall is also being remembered as an oboist who played for orchestras including the New York Philharmonic and the San Francisco Symphony. Singer and actor Moonbin died April 19, 2023, at his home in Seoul, South Korea, at the age of 25. His cause of death has not been officially announced as of this recording. He was part of the K-pop group Astro, who had international hits including All Night and Crazy Sexy Cool. Moonbin is also being remembered for his work with the Astro offshoot band Moonbin and Sanha. Singer April Stevens died April 17, 2023, in Phoenix at the age of 93. Her cause of death has not been officially announced as of this recording. Alongside her brother, Nino Tempo, she had a Grammy-winning #1 hit in 1963 with Deep Purple. Stevens is also being remembered for solo singles including Teach Me Tiger and I'm in Love Again. This week also marks several notable anniversaries. 5 years ago, actor and comedian Harry Anderson died at the age of 65. He was best known for playing Judge Harry T. Stone on the sitcom Night Court. 5 years ago, actor Vern Troyer died at the age of 49. He was hilarious when he played Mini-Me in the Austin Powers movie series. 7 years ago, musician Prince died at the age of 57. We remember him for epic songs like 1999 and Purple Rain. 7 years ago, actress Doris Roberts died at the age of 90. She was best known for her role as Marie Barone on Everybody Loves Raymond. 10 years ago, actress and singer Annette Funicello died at the age of 70. She went from childhood fame as a Mouseketeer to an acting career in beach party films, later starring in commercials for Skippy Peanut Butter. 11 years ago, television host Dick Clark died at the age of 82. He was the longtime host of American Bandstand and Dick Clark's Rockin' New Year's Eve. 50 years ago, artist Pablo Picasso died at the age of 91. He was one of the most influential artists of the 20th century and one of the founders of Cubism. Actor Don Adams was born 100 years ago. He died in 2005 at the age of 82. He starred in the sitcom Get Smart and was the voice of cartoon favorites including Tennessee Tuxedo and Inspector Gadget. Every week in the United States, flags are lowered to half-staff to honor the lives of Americans whose communities are mourning their loss. Here are the most recent half-staff memorial flag honors. Flags in Wisconsin have been lowered to honor the memory of Chautauqua Police Officer Emily Bradenbach and Cameron Police Officer Hunter Scheel, who died in the line of duty. Flags in South Carolina have been lowered to honor the memory of former U.S. Representative John W. Jenrette Jr., former State Representative Archibald Hardy III, and former State Senator John C. Hayes III. Flags in Missouri have been lowered to honor the memory of Chief Warrant Officer II Rustin Redford Smith and Chief Warrant Officer III Zachary G. Esparza of the U.S. Army. Flags in Kentucky have been lowered to honor the memory of U.S. Army Warrant Officer I Jeffrey A. Barnes, Chief Warrant Officer III Zachary G. Esparza, Corporal Emily Marie Eve Bolanos, and Staff Sergeant Taylor J. Mitchell, who died in the Black Hawk helicopter crash near Fort Campbell. Flags in Maryland have been lowered to honor the memory of former State Delegate Marilyn Rubin Goldwater. Flags in Virginia have been lowered in memory and respect of the 16th anniversary of the Virginia Tech shooting, which took the lives of 32 people. Flags in Oregon have been lowered to honor the memory of Nyssa Police Department Reserve Officer Joseph Johnson, who died in the line of duty. Flags in West Virginia have been lowered to honor the memory of State Forester Cody John Mullins. Flags in Oklahoma have been lowered to honor the anniversary of the Oklahoma City bombing. Flags in Indiana have been lowered to honor the memory of Michael Keel of Valparaiso, an employee of the Indiana State Prison. Flags in New York have been lowered to honor the memory of retired investigator Patrick J. Hogan, who died from an illness stemming from his assignment in and around the World Trade Center site following the terrorist attack on September 11, 2001. You can read more about the lives of the people featured in this video on Legacy.com. At Legacy.com, any family can publish an obituary in honor of a loved one's memory online and in local newspapers everywhere. Just visit Legacy.com and select your local community. You can also follow Legacy.com on Facebook and subscribe to our channel on YouTube to stay up to date on national news deaths.